Welcome to the leading podcast for long-term weight management. Subscribe to the podcast so that you don't miss an episode. You can connect with Jenny on all social media channels. You can also sign up to the newsletter to receive frequent content and tips for weight loss success.
Hey guys, welcome to the Power Over Food podcast. I am your host, Jenny McDonald. I am an eating behaviour coach and I mainly work with professional women who want to change their relationship with food, break free from dieting and find that peace with themselves and with food. So welcome and Happy New Year. I hope you had an amazing Christmas. I hope Santa brought you everything you wanted. But I also know that Christmas is, although supposed to be a happy time, it can bring many mixed emotions and many different feelings. It may be that loved ones are no longer here and we miss them. It may be that your circumstances have changed since last year and this is your first Christmas in a different relationship, without a relationship, in a new home. Christmas can be a really funny time, so I hope that you had a lovely Christmas. I hope it was joyous, but if it wasn't, I'm sending you love and sending my thoughts. So we're into a new year. It's January. I'm recording this on the 29th of December, so heading for January. And I just wanted to talk about the mistakes we make in New Year with all the kind of resolutions and the goal setting and the new diets. And I just wanted to touch on that today. For many of us, it's kind of new year, new you, and that's what we kind of get shoved down our throats at this time of the year. And it's a time for setting goals or for making New Year's resolutions. Now, I love January. I know lots of people don't enjoy January, but I like that whole fresh start, new year, and I like to think about what can be accomplished in 12 months. And I also like to reflect upon the year that's gone. However, I'm not a fan of New Year's resolutions. And the reason that is because I see New Year's resolutions as things like giving up chocolate or this is the year I'm going to be thin. New Year's resolutions to me are usually around food and dieting, and I'm just not a big fan because I see people place huge restrictions on themselves and set their resolutions, their targets so high that they're not usually sustainable or attainable. I do like to set goals, but I like to be realistic on what can be achieved. I don't like to see people setting themselves up to fail. Now, if you are looking at goal setting, then do look out because I am running a goal setting workshop for my followers in the next week. So please look out for that or catch the replay because it really will help you dive deeper into some of the things I'm going to talk about today. So firstly, if you are embarking on a diet this year, if that is what your January is going to entail, I want you to just take a moment to seriously consider what diet you're doing. And I want you to ask yourself, have I done this diet before? And if you have, was it successful before? And if it wasn't, I guess the question is, why are you trying again? Why are you going on something that didn't suit you? And there might be reasons, it might not have been the right time, but just reflect on that. And if it was successful, but maybe you regained weight, then what's going to be different this time? And I invite you to reflect on these questions because I see it with my friends, my family, and even sometimes they start the same process each year and sometimes several times a year, and they repeat the same patterns of behaviour. And sometimes they're successful with losing weight, but Obviously, it never stays off because they go back to past behaviour. But it's like, if something isn't working or if the weight isn't staying off, then surely it's time to assess where you are. Surely it's time to think, what support do I need here? Or what do I need to do differently? Because joining Slimming World, Weight Watchers or whatever for the 18th time is clearly not working for you. Okay, so that's what I'd say kind of dieting mistake number one is. We repeat the same thing every year and we expect a different result. And I think the main problem is most of the conventional diets that are advertised to us are promised things that are not necessarily true, and they don't really delve into our relationship with food. And even some now are promoting that they have psychological support, they're going to help you change your relationship with food, but they're still, when you look at the nitty-gritty, they're still not really offering a great supportive package. And actually, if you are a serial dieter, maybe your goal this year is to give up dieting. Maybe your goal is to find a peaceful relationship with food without going on a diet. Yeah, just consider that, because it really is possible to let go of your dieting ways, let go of all of those things that we've been taught over years and years of trying to lose weight, and just find peace with food. And actually, if you listen to all of the podcasts, I think this is episode number 32, I go through everything that you need to know. And obviously, if you want more support, come and join the Facebook group, reach out, talk to me. But you really can stop dieting and find that peace with food. Now, the second dieting mistake or New Year's mistake I would say that we often make is we carry on with the negative self-talk. So this time of year, I mean, it's the 29th of December, and I know I've certainly overindulged over the last few days, and I know, I'm guessing probably all of you or many of you have. So we go into the new year kind of berating ourselves. We're frustrated that we've eaten so much, we feel sluggish, we've got that sugar hangover, we feel bloated, our skin might feel itchy, probably dehydrated from a lack of water and lack of nutritious foods that have water in, maybe drank too much alcohol. So we just feel naff. And then we do the whole negative self-talk of, I wish I hadn't have done it, you're so rubbish, you said you wasn't going to do that this year, why did you do it, why have you carried on, I'm the heaviest I've ever been, or the heaviest I've been in years. And we just start the year off in this real self-destruct mode. We're really not very kind to ourselves. Instead of thinking, do you know what, it was Christmas, it's a time for overindulgence, this is what happens, it is okay. And if you didn't overindulge, then hats off to you, because I have been managing my weight for 17 years and I'm still working on this. But one thing that I have learned is the kinder you talk to yourself, the quicker it is to win. Stop the negative self-talk, be kind to yourself, accept where you are and move forward. Stop using the good or bad. You're not good, you're not bad. You haven't blown it if you've eaten and you said you wouldn't. It's human nature. We're programmed to eat. So try to move away from that negative self-talk. Just get curious with yourself. If you do overindulge, then just see it as a learning journey. Wow, why did I choose to overindulge there? What was going on for me? And just learn and just be curious about what you could do differently. This allows you to really start thinking from a more balanced place, from a more logical place. And when you are operating from this place, I like to call it the adult ego state, because we have our parent, our adult and our child ego states. When you're operating from the adult place, you can make great decisions around food. You can make decisions where you nourish your body, where you choose food that gives you energy because you're operating from a place of what does my body need, as opposed to I need to be good, or I've been bad so I need to eat this, or I'll start again tomorrow, and all of those dieting thoughts we have. And then the third New Year mistake I think is really, really common is not honouring your hunger. And what I mean by this is, so we go into New Year and we're thinking, right, this is it. This is my year. I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose weight. And we set ourselves up on whatever weight loss regime we choose. And we feel hungry. So what we do is we get cross with ourselves because we're hungry. And then we end up not honouring our hunger and we eat more. And then we fall into this cycle of, oh, I've ruined it now. So let me give you an example. The old me would have thought, well, right, today's the day I'm starting. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drink loads of water and go as long as I can before I eat breakfast, because actually that's saving my calories for later in the day. So I would get to about 11 o'clock and I'd be absolutely ravenous. And I'd think, I'm not going to eat yet. I'm not going to eat. I'm just going to try and hold out for lunchtime. And then somebody might offer me something, or there might be leftover chocolates or goodies in the house. And then I crash and I think I'll just have one biscuit. And that one biscuit maybe leads to two. Or maybe it's I'll have a Diet Coke and a bag of mini cheddars because they're only 100 calories or 132 calories, whatever they are. So what happens is, instead of honouring my hunger and thinking, maybe 10 o'clock, do you know what, I'm actually getting really hungry here and I need to think about what's going to give me energy, what's going to nourish my body. I don't honour that hunger, so I try and hold out as long as I can, but I don't make it till lunchtime. And what I do is I choose something quick because I get desperate, which doesn't serve me, which doesn't fill me up, and just gives my mind a sinking, that guilt feeling that we get. And then what happens is I kind of go, or I used to say, well, I've kind of ruined it now. This was meant to be day one and I've already had a bag of mini cheddars or I've had a biscuit. So what's the point? So then what I'd do is think, I'm just going to start again tomorrow. And then I'd give myself permission to eat everything I could before midnight because I'm starting again tomorrow. And I would sometimes do this for several weeks, thinking, right, tomorrow. And in this process, it's like you're gaining an extra few pounds because each day you're giving yourself permission to overindulge because you're going to start the next day. So I don't know if anyone can relate to that, but that is certainly something that I know I have done for years. So I guess my tip there is honour your hunger. Don't wait till you're starving. Start thinking about what you need to eat and what's going to nourish your body way, way before you get to being really, really hungry. So honour your hunger. But also, again, back to that self-talk. If you do go and have something that wasn't part of your plan, that you wasn't going to eat that day, don't beat yourself up about it. Just accept it. It's happened. You've eaten it. Move on. But most importantly, learn from it, explore it, just wonder, be curious. Why did I eat that? What was going on for me? What could I have done in that situation? Was it an emotional pull to hunger or was it something else? Was it just because I wasn't prepared? And the other thing is not becoming obsessive. And I think when we start new diets, particularly at this time of year, often that involves counting calories or points or sins, and we become obsessive and we're writing it all down and we're desperate not to go over it. Sometimes we're trying to save points to go to the weekend so we can indulge more. And while it's definitely helpful to have some sort of gauge on what you are eating, actually, when you learn to get in tune with your body and you're eating foods to, again, I say it again, nourish your body. You don't need to be counting calories. You don't need to be weighing and measuring and working out points and things, because you just get in tune with your body. And again, that obsession can lead to unhelpful thinking around food. So they are just a couple of tips of mistakes that you may be making or may have made in the past, and hopefully some relate to you, and you can choose to do things differently this year and really make 2022 your year. As always, I love hearing from you. Please let me know if any of this has resonated with you. Please do reach out, come and join us in the Facebook group. I'm going to be doing a lot of free training again this year, so look out for that. And if you want to work with me, if you want to know more about the Becoming You Academy or work with me one-on-one, then reach out. Let's have a chat. Let's see how we can help you, how I can work with you and help you to break free from the dieting cycle. So have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and have an awesome 2022. And hopefully I'll see you at the goal planning workshop. Take care, guys.